Are there even any Highdeology fans alive at this ungodly hour? That is the question. Is anyone even alive at this ungodly hour of the day? I'm still alive, yeah. Well, tippy top of the morning to you as well. Half dead, but still here, huh? That's good. Good morning. Good morning to you. This hair. Too much hair. Yeah, I got a fire going. It's a must do for me. I think I might take you guys in and get some coffee going as well. I have the feeling that that's going to be necessary here pretty soon. You're high as fuck, huh? I'm sober as a judge right now. Yeah, you guys will have to excuse my sniffles, but it's been a sniffly couple of days. As I settle into my new climate, much drier, colder air, I've got the sniffs. Waking and bacon, yeah. I'm taking my customary 5 to 10 minutes of sobriety here. And I'm going to go take you guys in to make some coffee. We'll get the day started. Good morning, Pranab. I should have known you'd be up. Good old Pranab. Oof, yeah, that would mess me up. Yeah. I crashed out, dude. I crashed last night. My back was really hurting. And so I was like, we got done filming, ate some dinner, made a fire out here, and I was sitting out here by the fire, and I was just like, I don't even know if I want to fight it anymore. Like, I'm just so tired, and my back hurts, and I just want to lay down. Amelia was like, why don't you do it? What's stopping you from doing it? I was like, I don't know, I guess nothing. So I went and laid down, and, the sun was down, but it wasn't that late, let's put it that way, and I fucking just crashed out. I don't know what's going on. I crashed so hard. Slept all fucking night. The ghost of Christmas present. Oh. Look there. It's 3:33 p.m. here and already dark outside. Hey, man, don't fucking come bitching at me about it, all right? I didn't make up the rules about how the sun works and shit, okay? Wasn't me. So don't give me shit about it. Fire's going good today. Man, this thing's chucking heat right now. Feels nice. Needed it. Colder than a witch's tit. I could see my breath before, and now it's got my porch warmed up to the point where I can't see my breath. Holy shit, Paul, it's still dark where you're at. Christ in heaven, hope you get some sleep. Yeah, the roosters go all morning. They don't bug me, but they go all morning for sure. The Muppets Christmas Carol one, yeah. Rolf, wasn't it Rolf? Wasn't Rolf the ghost of Christmas present? Or am I wrong? I thought it was Rolf. It's the friendly neighborhood hobo. That's me. Duck. Lord of Duck, be careful. I'm telling you, be careful, Lord of Duck. You may end up regretting that. We had a chicken coop when I was growing up, and probably had about like 15 chickens and a rooster, and we had 2 ducks. Yeah, they were white ducks. I don't know what breed of duck that is. They were like the all white ducks with the orange bills. We had 2. And that rooster, I shit you not, would try and he'd try and bang the ducks. He would jump up on the duck's back and try and fuck them and stuff. And it was like, that's a duck. It's not even a whatever, man. I'm telling you, some roosters are not, they have no chill, you know? And like, you've got so much chill in your backyard. Like, your ducks have got such a good little ecosystem going back there. Yeah, dude, the rooster would try and I don't know what else to call it other than rape. He would try and rape the ducks. Yeah, he was a ducker. He's a duck rapist. He's an asshole too, man. He'd attack us. Like, I'd be out there spreading the feed or something, and he'd come walking around the corner and see me in the pen, and he'd be like, "Murr," and he'd put his wings all like halfway out and come at me like, I'd be like, "Ah, fuck." Rooster will fuck anything if it's horny. They're basically cisgender human males with feathers and balls mounted to their backs. Yeah. Sounds about right. In all seriousness, that's pretty messed up. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. Roosters themselves are pretty fucked up. There might be such thing as a chill rooster, but I've never met one. Like, the roosters around here have no chill. They've been cocking, doodling, and doing for like an hour now. And the sun's up. Not all the way up, but it's up, you know. Hey, bro, I'm going to hop off for a bit. I'll be back in about an hour. All right, brother. I don't know if I'll be here, but it's nice seeing you, dude. A friend of mine won a duck from the county fair when they were younger. She named him Paddles. Yeah, Paddles. Paddles. Same with Duck Drake, so figured. Hey, I sent you a message on Twitter if you're still up for hanging out next year once the vaccine is developed. All right, dude, for sure. Of course. Of course we gotta chill, bro. Me and Amelia will be making some trips and stuff next year if the vaccine is out and shit to do our little latent wedding ceremony. We're doing the wedding thing, you know, the safe way, so we can get it on paper. And then once COVID chills out, we're gonna do like 2 or 3 different little weddings. Watching Paul transform into an early to bed, early to rise mountain man is the best part of my 20s. Dude, I didn't try to do it. I swear to God, man, I was just sitting out here. And normally it would have been like, you know, it's like after dinner, I'm up for another like 6 hours at least. But like we had some, look, dude, you can tell what we ate for dinner because it's some of the leftovers are still out here. Look, there's what, maybe it was this that did it to me. Do you think this could have caused my problems? You think this could have knocked me out? I don't know. Chipotle. You just wake up or still up? I just woke up. Crashed out after work yesterday. Work was long yesterday. We did a lot of filming, a lot of meeting, a lot of fucking blah, 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 blah. Got done with that, came out here, had some Chipotle by the fire with Amelia, and by the end of that burrito, man, I was just like, I gotta go to bed. Any New Year's resolutions? No, I don't. My one recurring New Year's resolution is to refrain from making any New Year's resolutions. Coffee. I'll finish this and then I'll get coffee. When you guys see me throw this out, remind me coffee. Don't let me forget. Let me sit here and jack off at the jaw all goddamn morning. Coffee, 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 coffee. After the cigarette, coffee. And then weed. We go on a little journey together. We make coffee, and then we make weed. I honestly think it's an art, the way you guys can keep up a conversation. Dude, I blather and blather and blather all fucking day long. I think conversation is probably my biggest, most favorite pastime. If only coffee were more addictive, you wouldn't need to be reminded. I know. See, I used to be, well, I think coffee is minorly addictive. I mean, for some people especially. I used to be way, like, my caffeine consumption was off the charts, yo. When I worked for Starbucks, because you could mark out drinks all day while you were there. I don't know if it's still the same, but back when I worked for Starbucks, anything that you drank while you were on shift was free. And pretty much anything that you wanted to drink, period, was free. Because if you worked at the store and pulled through, you could just be like, hey, it's Paul, I want a chai tea latte, blah, 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 blah. And they'd go, all right, pull around. They just mark out your drinks for you. People can get addicted to anything that forms habits. I definitely know somebody addicted to coffee. Yeah. Yeah. I was all up in it, dude. I would drink coffee morning, noon, and night all day long. You know, and Starbucks gives you free coffee. Like, you can mark out a pound of coffee a week for free, in addition to the fact that you're working a 40-hour week and drinking coffee the whole time. It was fucking crazy. I had to stop that shit. You get a hankering for a little pimp monk in your life, come hop on the wood this morning. Hop on the wood, huh? I don't know if I'll have time to hop on the wood this morning, but maybe I will. So I don't know if I can just hop on the wood. But it's Pimp Monk's back, so I'll have to go say hi to him at some point. Stop drinking caffeine, and then I tried a Coke, and I don't like it anymore. Yeah, I mean, I quit caffeine for a long time. There was probably like, I want to say like 3 or 4 years where I just didn't drink caffeine at all, other than the trace amounts that you'd get in soda every once in a while. Every once in a blue moon. All right, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. It's time for coffee. Do you own land now? No, I don't own land. I rent a place that is on land. So, where's that? It's very dark. I'm trying to be quiet so I don't wake the whole house up. Okay. You guys stay here. Look at the ceiling. I'll be right back. Digi server. Time for me to make this coffee happen. Get rid of the old filter. See if I can prop you guys up somewhere for this situation. There we go. That'll work. I think I'm going crazy. I think I'm going blind. Hey, this is a brand of coffee, and it's also what happens if you act up in my chat. You ban. Okay. Our coffee is sorted. Now, we need weed. She grew up in a Louisiana town, had a good-looking mama, never was around. Oh my, oh hell yes. Honey, put on that party dress. Crank me, brain. I'm trying to find a place to get there. Will it stay? Will it stay? Can it be? You guys are gonna have to look at that little cord, but that's fine. Just gonna grind up some weed, pack a fatty bowl. Someone creates an account named UBAN, I'm banning it. Smart to get out ahead of that, Lord of Duck. You become a very, you're a natural specter, Lord of Duck. A natural specter. All of these blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. How much does legal weed cost, gram or eighth? I don't know, dude. We're not here to talk. This is not the 420 weed cast, okay? We're not here to talk about how much weed costs. We're here to smoke some weed, drink some fucking coffee, and be normal human beings, okay? A dab competition? Dude, I don't know. I think you'd probably beat me at that. Now, back when I was living in Washington, I don't know, big balls. I don't know, but nowadays, my dabbing days, my heavy dabbing days, pretty much done. I'm telling you though, back when I lived in Washington, I could go dab for dab with the best, man. Dab for dab for dab for dab. All right, we got a fat bowl. That's just what I like to see. A nice fat bowl. I'll take this out with me as well. I know you want it. About time to clean the pipe. Look at that. Not good. All right, how's the coffee going? It's going. It's gonna be a minute though. Let it do its thing. get out here and stoke this fire. Get out here and stoke the fire. Weehaw. Morning bowl time. Oh. Wee. Tip top of the morning. You like this ceiling better? Yeah. The outside ceiling. Oh my God. Okay. We're fine. We're good. Having ourselves a good old time here. Doing some Among Us there, Biskies. I might join you. I might, excuse me, pop in. How cold is it? Colder than a well digger's ass. If I didn't have this fire going right here, I wouldn't be able to sit out here for longer than 5 minutes. Let's put it that way. Cold as shit. I thought Paul hated Among Us. I don't hate Among Us, I just hate the memes. You suck at Among Us? I do too. I'm really bad at it, but I like playing it anyway. It's pretty fun. Dude, yeah, you gotta get one of those, Marshall, I'm telling you. You could probably even make one if you didn't want to pay, you know, whatever, 50 bucks or 60 bucks. You probably just make one. Just find a junkyard that's got an old washing machine in it, rip the tub out of it, fucking screw some piping for legs to it and call it a day, you know? You made one out of bricks, cool. Possible presidential run in 2024, no thank you. 8 more days for Cyberpunk. Technically. Allegedly. How would you feel about classic campfire laying on the ground? I'm fine with that as long as you do it right. You make a good fire pit. You gotta have to contain the fire. Dig down a little bit. Get a ring of rocks around it. You have to contain the fire a little bit. Make up an actual pit. But if you do that, you're fine. Why wouldn't you want to be a musclehead? I don't know. Unless they push it back again, yeah. They're probably going to, Shabiskis. I feel like they're going to. 8 days until CD Projekt Red says, we're sorry to announce the game was never in development. It was just a prank, yeah. It was just a ruse from the start. Ooh, do I have a dream car? Kinda. like not really a super specific one, but like I really like mid '70s Corvettes, like mid and early '70s Corvettes. So like I'd like to get like a, I don't know, like a '74, '73 Corvette Stingray, competition orange with a black racing stripe offset to the driver's side. If I could get that shit, I'd be done. I'd be done. It is cold. Luckily, you know, this chucks heat. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting out here talking to you guys. I'd be inside freezing. You plop in the disc and it starts playing. You're never going to give you up. Yep. Just trolled. Who plops in the disc anymore? Do you have a favorite strain of weed? Yeah, Blue Dream is probably my favorite. I would like a Land Rover. That's the car of British upper middle class. A Land Rover. Oh. Okay, yeah, Land Rover. Blue Dream, yeah. We used to get Blue Dream when I was a kid. Well, we'd get strains that our dude was calling Blue Dream when I was a kid. So it's been around for a long time. And also like the basis of a lot of hybrid strains. Any strain that you hear that has Dream in it or blue is likely a Blue Dream hybrid. So like Tangerine Dream is one that I remember. Cookie Dreams, and all this other shit. At Blue Dream in Amsterdam recently, mixed it with some orange bud. That was nice. Yeah, buddy. Can we not 420 weed cast it? Like, I'm just having a bowl for the morning. You're a weirdo. You have a Blu-ray drive on your computer so you can rip movies. I have a Blu-ray drive on mine too, so I can rip movies as well. But I never like I never pop in the disc to install anything. You know. I can't remember the last time that I had installed something that wasn't from a downloaded installer. Paul, have you ever seen the horror film Delirium with Topher Grace? If so, what do you think? I have not seen it, no. Heard of it, but I have not seen it. No, don't worry about it, Shabisky. You're exempt. You can talk about weed all you want, dog. Shabisky, that wrench makes you exempt from any rules. Yo, Paul, watching DS9, do you have any favorite Star Trek episodes? Watching the DS9 Trials and Tribulations episode, good times. I don't really, like, I don't know, dude. I watched the entire original series when I was a little kid. And then when I was still a little kid, The Next Generation came out, and me and my best friend were obsessed with it. We watched them all. We'd catch it every week together. So I've seen that whole series as well. As far as, but like, even with that, I don't really consider myself that much of like a Trekkie, you know? Like, I like Star Trek and I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite fucking thing in the world. It's definitely not my favorite sci-fi setting or whatever. So yeah, I'm just not as, my tobacco is on screen. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Dear heavens, what shall I do? Which is better, Star Wars or Star Trek? In my opinion, Star Wars. Well, the original, Star Wars trilogy is better. Howdy do, Paul. How's the morning wilderness air? You're tempting me to get a burn barrel now. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, this is the best shit. Like, I wake up in the morning and I feel compelled to come out here into the cold and build this and fight the cold back with it. And it feels so nice to be in this little bubble of warmth amongst all this cold. You gotta get it, dude. You gotta get it. But yeah, it's cold, man. It's chilly here. Below freezing every night, so there's that. You always wake and bake? Not always, but most days I do. I kind of regulate my my pain and my mood with weed. There must be something very primal about that. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. It's super primal. It's I got to tell you, Marshall, the primal feeling of no, I'm kidding. I mean, there is, yeah. You use a little lighter fluid. I do it the cheat way because, you know, fuck that. But yeah. Paul, I don't know where you're living, but I imagine that you don't have many neighbors close by. That's just the picture I have in my mind. I do not. I can see a couple of neighbors off that way. I can see, well, I can't really see them, but I can see where their houses are. I can see a little piece of a car through the trees there. I've got neighbors all around here, you know what I mean? This area is like a little mountain development area, but the way it's built, it's like you're on the lot of land that you're on is basically like the only sign I get of my neighbors is right this. If I look this way, I can see my driveway, and so I can see people driving by. Dinor can see people jogging up here sometimes. That really pisses him off. He goes barking. But like as far as like, you know, having neighbors that are like right next to you and shit, I just don't. You turn that fire pit into a pizza oven. I was saying, like, once it's cooked down to coals and shit, I've got this barbecue grate. I could throw that over this and grill some fucking meat on this thing. It'd be pretty dope. But I don't know what would... I don't know if I want to fill it up with, like, grease and shit in the bottom of it. You want to see me chase somebody off my land? I don't think anybody's going to come on my land, dude. Choo choo. Come on, dude. You can't see me. Never mind. Oh, what are they hauling? Spools. It's like spools of wire. You guys ever seen those big ass spools of like cable? Damn. With a shillelagh. I'm gonna get a shillelagh. I have one picked out and everything. You used to have a train in your backyard? Yeah. I grew up with a train real close. And so this doesn't bother me. I like having it. Where's he living? He's living somewheres. Where in the world is Paul the Ball? I don't know if anybody's old enough to even know what I'm referencing there. They even still do. They even still have Carmen Sandiego for you kids or nah? I got about 1 mile out down a hill, so I always hear the echoes at night. It can be peaceful, yeah. Oh, they rebooted it? Cool. Yeah, I always liked Carmen Sandiego when I was a kid. They used to have a cool, like, band that would play their theme song. It was like, they would mention a bunch of other countries. Something on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh yeah, Acapella, the band. Yeah, that was their name. Rockapella, wasn't it? Wasn't Rockapella? By the ceiling, I can tell you're in the middle of nowhere. Well, there you go. I've told you guys that all along. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful, empty middle of nowhere. And I gotta tell you, dude, I feel so much better. So much better. Time to pack another bowl. Do you like getting older? I know you said the other day you like being able to pull that card. Yeah. Yeah, I do like getting older. I don't like some aspects of getting older. Like, I don't like the fact that I feel like all my aches and pains are getting worse. I don't like the fact that I feel like I get tired more easily. I don't like the fact that, basically, let's put it this way, I don't like the fact that I can feel my body dying a little bit, you know, as I get older. But everything else about getting older is pretty sweet, you know. I got no complaints about being able to pull the "I'm older than you, shut the fuck up, kid" card, you know. That part has been nice. Are you gonna get your free McDonald's senior coffee when you're old enough? Yeah, when I'm old enough. Speaking of, unless I'm mistaken, that coffee should be done. I think I'm just gonna have some black coffee this morning. I don't think I'm gonna fuck around with it. I think it's just gonna be black coffee straight up. Oh yeah, she's done. The coffee, she is a done. On a slow boat to China, tell me where in the world is Paul's ego? Where in the world is Paul's ego? All right. That was a good choice. It was a good point. I put creamer and sugar in my coffee, but I can't do it now. I used to put creamer and sugar in my coffee, but I can't do it now. I've developed a more of a bitter tooth as I've gotten older. Yeah, me too, dude. That's so weird, but it's so true to me too. Like the sugary shit. I've always been a dude that preferred like the carbs over the sugar shit, right? Like even when I was a kid, like I'm fat because I eat too many carbs, right? I like the breads and the potatoes and the, you know, all that shit. But, you know, I liked sweets. This Thanksgiving, I think it kind of finally taught me that I still have a sweet tooth every once in a while, but I just can't hang like I used to. I can't do it. Salt in my coffee? No. No. I do drink tea, yeah. During the day, I drink like chamomile. Yeah. No, I love me some salt as well. I'm all about some salt as well. Why did you leave? I don't know. Stupid choice though. I don't understand why people get into hanging out with me and then go like, "Oh, I'm just not gonna watch Paul forever," and then they come back and they're all like, "Man, you're still here. I missed you, bro." It's like, what? Why did you do that? How am I? Doing good. Living that life, you know what I mean? I do a Paul's ego impression for my friends and they love it. Cool. You should put it online. Like, make a video of yourself doing it. I'll watch it and let you know if it's good or not. I really doubt that it's good. I'm very hard to impersonate. Never met anybody that does a good Paul. What's the weather? Cold. Colder than a witch's tit. Freezing every night. Cold, 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 cold. When did you get to go see Mastodon? I saw Mastodon when I was living in the Seattle area with Scotty at the... Oh my God, what's that fucking Seattle theater? It's the theater that, like, Nirvana... There's a favorite Nirvana... There's a famous Nirvana concert at it from before they were famous. They used to play it all the time. Is it the Rainbow? Does that make... So I wanted to ask another Kubrick question, Paul. What do you think separates him from other directors and writers? I mean, I don't really think he's necessarily separated from other directors and writers. He's not some otherworldly entity. He's just a guy that I think had an eye for storytelling. That's really, like, when you see a director that's really amazing, or you see a movie concept that's really amazing. The skill that was employed most in the conception and creation of that film was storytelling. Excuse me. And in the movies, there are different types of storytelling. And the visual storytelling element is what I think Kubrick excelled at more than your average director. He really had a knack for visualizing a story element and finding interesting ways to tell stories. He was a master of show, don't tell. You know, excuse me. I've never tried DMT or ayahuasca, no. Hey, Paul, just woke up 20 minutes ago and I'm logging into work now. Hey, good for you. You ever get to see Nirvana play? No, unfortunately, I did not. I was pretty young when Nirvana was out, so definitely not the type of age where I would have been allowed probably to go to a concert on my own. I think Kurt died. When did Kurt die? In 94? So I would have been 13 years old. It's a little young. Yeah, 13 is a bit young to, at least for me, in my group. I was in 8th grade. I was in the 8th grade when Kurt kicked, I think. I was at the end of my 8th grade year. Yeah, it was at the end of my 8th grade year when Courtney Love murdered Kurt Cobain, or had him murdered. I remember finding out from my friend Morgan, who got on the bus. We all used to ride the same bus home. We didn't all live in the same exact neighborhood, but we had the same couple of bus stops. And Morgan came on the bus, and he just looked like shit. And he came and he sat back with us, and he just started crying, which was very unusual. Boys did not cry. A dude crying was a very unusual thing back in the day. Maybe it still is now. But it's definitely in school it was. He just started crying. We were like, dude, what's wrong? What's wrong? He had called home to ask his dad something, and his dad had told him that Kurt had killed himself. And he told us, that's how we found out on the bus. Man, that was a fucking somber ride home. But Morgan was fucking more than anybody that I know, devastated by that because he really, really looked up to Kurt. We all did, obviously, but he really, really looked up to Kurt. So it was really, really devastating for him to lose that influence. And in such a violent and senseless way, too. Suicide, you know. Got to get back on the conference call. Don't worry about it, Pranav. You do what you got to do, man. Come and go as you please. This is my version of the conference call. These are the conference calls that I do for business. What'd you do with 500 acres if you owned it? Something with animals, probably. I'd build a big, like, barn on it, probably. Have some goats, some pigs, some chickens. You know? I wouldn't want to overload it, and definitely wouldn't want it to be a factory farm kind of situation, but just a place for all those animals to live and be taken care of. Eating kebab high as a kite. Life is good. Thanks, Snorlax. Appreciate the shekels, as you call them. Paul, do you like apple fritters? I do. Who doesn't like apple fritters, dude? Start an asbestos mine? Well, of course you. Yeah, we get some ducks, for sure. Get some quackers, get some chickens, get some goats, maybe a pig or two. Build them a nice little barn to live in. I don't know what I would do with 500 acres, to be honest with you. Me owning 500 acres would probably be a waste of acreage. Unless I just used it as like a little wilderness preserve. That would be kind of cool. See, I'm thinking of owning 500 acres like a good little capitalist. How should I exploit 500 acres of land? Maybe I just shouldn't. Dude, one thing I want to do when and if we hang out is make some smoked food for you. I love feeding people. Well, fuck yeah, dude. I love eating. So we have similar interests. Get a pond and adopt some otters. Dude, great idea, Shabisky. Can you adopt an otter? I don't know. Smoked, yeah, man. No, Pranav, I guarantee. Pranav used to cook a lot back in the day when we were like, 'cause we would play video games and shit together, and then he would like take the, what was it, Discord or Skype? I think we were probably using Skype back then. Nice toot. Yeah, and he'd cook up food. You made a smoker when your son was born, had 16 weeks of paternity leave. That's dope, dude. Get 2 capybaras. Yeah, cappies. The problem with capybaras is that they're considered an invasive species in a lot of states. And so I would have to plan carefully and look at the, like, regulations and shit. Because I'm telling you, dude, if somebody tried to come and take my animals, they're going to die trying, or I'm going to die trying. You know what I mean? So I definitely don't want to get an animal that's going to come get confiscated or some shit. Because that's just asking for trouble with me. Yeah, capybara Waco, indeed. I'm dead serious, though. Like, for me, like, this is a weird kind of thing, but I'll talk with you guys about it. Like, for me, I wasn't able to have children in my life, you know what I mean? And it was something that for a while I wanted. I think there's probably some kind of drive in us, maybe not everybody, but it certainly was present in me to have a family. Well, when you find out that you can't have a family the traditional way, the people that are in your household become that. And for me, my family is Amelia, Cricket, and Dinor. And anybody that comes here trying to fuck with any of them has to go through me. Not that I'm some kind of Billy badass or anything. They might go through me very easily, but it's just like if I'm going to throw my life in front of something, it's going to be my family. So I consider my animals part of my family. That's just the way it is. Did you think about adopting before you gave up having kids? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was something that I discussed with my ex-wife. But, ultimately we decided against it. And it wasn't long after that we were divorced, which is very common. Getting married and wanting to have a child together and then finding out that you are incapable of having a child together, it's almost like a death. Coming to terms with, especially for people that have a very clear idea what they want for their future, it's almost like a death. You know what I mean? In vitro, yeah. All that like extra dodextra shit. Like, here's the thing with me. I've explained it to you guys before. My infertility or whatever. I'm not totally infertile. I just don't produce enough viable sperm to conceive naturally. Most of my sperms are a little wonky. Their tails are offset and they just swim in circles and shit. They're not in great shape, let's put it that way. So that's the problem, right? But I do produce a number of viable sperm, and those sperm could be captured from my load and used in vitro fertilization. But the price tag on in vitro fertilization at the time that me and my ex-wife looked into it was somewhere between $50,000 and $75,000, all told. Not just for the procedure, but for all of the things that lead up to the procedure and all of the processes and all of the costs and blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. Why so expensive? Because it's a fucking really complex process. Like a really complex process. It's not like a simple medical procedure. It oftentimes takes 3, 4, 5, 6, or upwards of like 10 tries to get in vitro to take. And whether it takes or not, you have to pay. So in vitro is not like a guaranteed pregnancy. It's like oh yeah, I remember those days. The only reason we were able to do it is because Bank of America's health insurance was insane. It dropped the price tag to $5,000 for the whole thing. Yeah. Got $70,000 in debt so you can have a kid and go even more in debt. That was exactly it. Like ultimately, my ex-wife and I are both pragmatists. And ultimately, we looked at the price tag of that, and we were just like, we don't, why? And it was tough. It's a tough thing, because I looked at my life at that time, and the trajectory was like children, make a family. And then I really felt, and I was probably wrong about this. It's probably a good thing that I never had children, but I really felt at the time, at the very least, that having children would adjust me to some of the things in my life that I didn't like, because I would have this thing above myself. I would have this thing that was so far above me that it would adjust me to my life. I don't know if that's true. As I've gotten older and gotten farther and farther away from the idea of having children to where I am now, which is I actually don't want children. I've come to realize that I might not be the greatest dad. I'm good with kids, but I'm also like very prickly about my alone time and shit. Like I can't deal with being constantly fucking there for someone. You know what I mean? And so I have to have my own time. And I think kids might have made that like impossible. I love my children to death, but they definitely are exhausting. Dude, I know enough parents to know the truth of that, Pranav, for sure. And it's a good thing, though. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I see some people that were, like, born to be fucking parents. You can just tell, right? It's like they'll put up with anything. They don't sleep. They don't eat. They put everything secondary. Their children are fucking intelligent and well mannered and happy, and they're well adjusted and they're well taken care of. And I see the work that goes into that. I saw the work that went into it with me. My parents damn near killed themselves to make sure that me and my sister had a place to be and had things to do. If you marry someone young, it's still possible. In the future, you may change over the years, so who knows? Well, I am marrying someone significantly younger than me. And so, yeah, but she doesn't want children either. See, I wouldn't be marrying a person who was interested in going down that route in life. Well, that's one thing Mindy and I discussed before we had kids. We made our marriage more important than the kids because we came first. And if we aren't happy, well, yeah, you have to. That's the thing. Is like, that's the reason why I think I probably wouldn't have been that great of a parent, is because ultimately, and I didn't realize it at the time, but ultimately the relationship that I was in was not good for me or for my ex-wife. We were not good for one another. And so bringing a child into that wouldn't have fixed those problems. It probably would have exacerbated those problems. And we probably would end up divorced anyway. And then, we're just another of the statistics. We're just another blended family. I'm just another dude that's got fucking quarter-time custody of his kids. I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. In fact, I can almost guarantee I never would have even thought about pursuing this because I wouldn't have been in the position to. In order to do what I'm doing now, I had to make basically, all told, nothing for a long time. I had to live really fucking frugally in a way that I couldn't have afforded a child. I really, really, really had to take it in the shorts money-wise for a while in order to get my foot in the door in this type of fucking job. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had a fucking child support payment every month. Do you feel me? Mendacious C is here. That's exactly why Mindy got divorced. She knew and was totally right about her ex and how he would be with a kid. See? And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that fucked. My dad is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like I had a pretty half absentee father who was pretty mentally and occasionally physically abusive. And I didn't want to be that. I don't think I would have been physically abusive at all. But mentally abusive, I wouldn't have set out to be, but I'm a fucking asshole, sometimes I'm a real prickly fuck. And so I don't know if that's the best mindset for kids and shit. You got to be honest with yourself at some point. And I had to sit down because when I left my marriage, I still wanted kids. I had it in my mind that, that I would go on, I would find somebody, I would have children with them. It wasn't until a few years after my divorce that I really took it into account. Like, okay, this kid thing isn't happening, or maybe shouldn't be happening. I hate marriage as an institution, but I'll probably do it for visitation rights. I mean, that's, like I said, there's a lot of pragmatism behind my marriage, but my upcoming marriage. And there's a lot of romance behind it too. A good blend of the two, I think, is proper. Second J of the day, still throwing shekels at my favorite streamer. Well, hey, look at you. I'm gonna pack another bowl just for you, my friend. When I finish my smoke. My stepdad once had a revolver to my back while my mom was holding me. She never reported the terrible things he did, and he's still getting away with it. Well, I'm very lucky, dude. I didn't have that kind of major abuse in my family. Now, my dad was an asshole to me. He said some very, very hurtful things to me and established some very, very hurtful thought patterns in my head that it took me into my adult life, and some of which I still struggle with to this day, And so he was not a nice man. and was not good to me in the latter parts of my childhood. Other than he kept the roof over my head. I don't want to take that from him. Like, I don't want to see, that's the thing. You get different perspective when you get older. And I've been apart from my dad for long enough now to where I still think that he and I don't mix well, and I'm still not really all that interested in having any kind of contact with the guy. But I look back and I can kind of appreciate what he went through to raise me. And I think he did his best, you know what I mean? And he certainly could have been worse to me. I had friends whose dads were horribly abusive to them, and he wasn't that to me. He wasn't a guy that beat the fuck out of me every day. He wasn't a guy that, you know, I had a pretty comfy life when I lived with him, all told. And so my gripes with him have to do with him just not living up to the fatherhood role outside of being a provider. You know what I mean? And really, that critique has grown kind of soft as I've gotten older. You don't have to be thankful for the bare minimum, but you should be able to expect. Well, I got to be honest with you, dude. I know that a lot of people grew up without the bare minimum, and so I am thankful I had it, and I'm thankful that my parents put themselves through what they had to put themselves through to give it to me. What's up, Phoebe? I just had to be brought home from my busking spot because I forgot my picks, my hot hands, basically everything turning up to be a shitty morning. I'm sorry, Phoebe. That's fucked up. Dude, I know that kind of feel, though. You know, busking is a different kind of job, but I've done that type of shit, dude, where I woke up in the morning, I was just fucking off, and showed up to work without all the shit I needed for work, and had to go back home and waste a bunch of fucking time and call my boss. Look, you can turn it around. You can turn it around, Phoebe. I believe. You can turn today around. Sometimes days start shitty and then they coast into a better day. You know what I mean? Today might be that for you. If that's the worst thing that happens to you today, you know, all told, it's not the worst. All right, I'm gonna ask you first, dude. How Chris being an asshole, bringing my kids into yeah, ban him. You don't have to ask anybody's fucking being like. Listen, I'll explain it to you, Pranav, because you're a brand new Spectre and shit, and you come around, but not all that often. So, like, I don't put up with bullshit here. So if someone's giving you bullshit, ban them. That's all there is to it. Like, people that are here to fuck things up or engender like bad feelings in anybody in here, you know what I mean? They're gone. That's not what this place is about. Now, that doesn't mean you just ban willy-nilly anybody, because, like, you know, I take a lot of shit, and sometimes people give me good-natured shit. But yeah, if they're genuinely like fucking you up or fucking on your kids or whatever, just he ain't shit. No, you ain't got to ask for bans, dude. You think he deserves a ban? He's bringing fucking bad vibes into this shit. Nuke him. Yeah, give him a mouthful of dick. He doesn't deserve a mouthful of anything else. I think I banned him before. He's a douche. Let's get him the fuck out. I don't like douchebags. Just glad I don't have to call a boss and explain that my stoner brain made me forget. Yeah. Well, you know, that is good, man. That's a good aspect. Being a busker. Well, I wouldn't know. I've never busked. You're the captain of your own ship, you know. Yeah, dude, we're talking about kids, and there's a few people in the chat that have kids. If you're gonna be a douchebag and start saying nasty things about people's kids or whatever, just fucking get the net, dude. Get dunked on. Yo ass ain't welcome here. Now my meth head father had congenital heart failure, and guess who he expects to take care of him? You know, you don't have to. If he was a douche to you in life, you don't have to. Yeah. Yup. Real talk, the fact that I get to have anything resembling normal Christmas is truly lucky. I don't know anybody who ain't going through it. That's what I'm saying, man. Different perspective. When I was younger and liked to think a little more hot-headed and shit, was way less forgiving of the failings of my parents. And now, with the perspective that age gives, I look back and look at how hard both of them worked to give me what I had. And I'm thankful for that, despite whatever, like I said, despite their failings, despite their personal human failings. If you live in America, you already hit the lottery, in my opinion. Could be way worse. I mean, depends, but yeah, you're right. Like, even the bottom rung of America is better than the top rung in some places for your average person. But there are people in this country, like, for example, this is a really sad statistic, really sad fact that I learned working for the school district in my little hometown back in California. There are a profound amount of kids who rely on the free lunch at school as their only stable source of a meal in a day. I'll repeat that. There are a huge chunk of kids, something like 30% in our school district, whose only stable meal that they could rely on in a predictable way during the day was the free lunch that they got at school. So you got to understand, man, there are people living right here in Hit the Lotto America that have that standard of living as children. Fucked. I feel bad now. I was kind of not poor growing up. Well, you don't need to feel bad. You didn't get to choose, you know what I mean? It's really nothing to feel bad about. It's just a perspective thing. One of the things that I'm kind of thankful for about my childhood is I got a little taste of both. Now, I was never rich, right? But I've talked to you guys about my parents being part of the working class, right? Which is a word that you hear used less and less. They were both factory workers, unionized factory workers, who made enough money that they were able to buy. I think I lived on about 12 acres of land outside of Madera, California. They were able to have a house designed and built to their specifications on it, and that's where I grew up. That's how I fucking blink, you know what I mean? How do you ban him? You just click on him here. I don't know if you're on your phone, but if you're on your PC, I think you got to hit the little dots next to his name, next to his comment, and then just click hide from chat. That's it. So yeah, if you're on your computer, click the three dots. If you're on your phone, just click his comment and click hide from chat. Or you can click on his avatar too. Hide user, yeah. Hide him up. But anyway, what was I fucking talking about now? I'm a stoner. Oh yeah. So I got a little taste of that, right? That aspect of living. Wasn't rich, but well off. And that was the first 8 years of my life, you know what I mean? My parents, we got to go on vacation a lot. I got to do a lot of things as a kid that a lot of, what I would call poor kids didn't get to experience. I got to see Michael Jackson in concert. My parents one time for Christmas, because both me and my little sister, like every kid in the 80s, loved Michael Jackson. And for Christmas one year, there were no presents under the tree. They pulled this whole fucking shit. Dude, this is a great story. And it just goes to show you, like, the type of lifestyle that I had a taste of with just two factory worker parents, right? Goes to show you how fucked up our economy and our job economy has become. So we woke up on Christmas morning. There wasn't a single fucking present under the tree. Except for an envelope. And we, as kids, were accustomed to really nice Christmases where, we'd wake up and Santa brought like 10 presents apiece. So we were kind of like, oh, we opened the envelope, and inside of it, there's like a picture of Michael Jackson. And on the back of this picture of Michael Jackson, it says, "Go outside." So we went outside, and outside was a limousine. I shit you not. And our family friend, Little Ray, who was the biggest Michael Jackson fan ever. Anyway, he was chilling outside. And there was a limousine sitting there. We hopped in the limousine and found out that we were going to Los Angeles to I think it's called what is it called back then? It was whatever the big fucking indoor arena was in LA at the time. I think it's been torn down and rebuilt, so I can't remember. We found out that we were going to go see Michael Jackson. He was on the Bad tour. And it was the closing date of that leg of his Bad tour in Los Angeles. Sold out fucking arena. Got to watch Michael Jackson tear it up on stage live. There are so many people on this planet that never got the chance to even be in the same fucking orbit as Michael Jackson. I got to watch that motherfucker live. I got to see one of the greatest dancers, singers, musicians that ever lived live when I was a kid. So, I got a taste of that. And then my parents got divorced. They had to file for bankruptcy. Their jobs went to shit. And everything changed. Everything changed. We lost our home. We lost the ability to ever do shit like that ever again. We lived in apartments for a while. I spent a year living in a camper shell next to a trailer that my dad lived in while they sorted shit out with my little sister. It just, it very much changed. Now, eventually things stabilized and my parents resumed what I would consider a pretty lower middle class existence. Well, you say you and TJ share that experience. I have to be honest with you, and I think that they would admit this as well. TJ and Scotty experienced a little more. Their dad was genuinely a multimillionaire when they were that age. Like a multimillionaire. My parents were not multimillionaires. Okay, so TJ and Scotty experienced opulence on a different level. I experienced just what used to be considered to be a normal middle class, working class existence. TJ and Scotty's father was rich. But it is similar in that TJ and Scotty got to experience that and then see it ripped away and see it all fall away. Because of course, when their dad went to prison, the IRS confiscated all of his money. You don't go to prison for tax evasion and get to keep, well, maybe not all of it, but most of it. And TJ and Scotty went from being rich kids to being poor kids pretty fucking quick. The old riches to rags. He also ran a fake college degree ring. Well, that was the big thing. That was what made the money. Like he ran a string of colleges, like a couple of different campuses of colleges that were basically diploma mills. So wasn't TJ's dad net worth, like, I don't know what his net worth was at any point, but I know that he was a multimillionaire. I know that he was very, very well off. I hated being poor, but now I'm probably personally poorer than ever, and I feel like it doesn't feel as bad as it did when I was a kid. Do you think I should subsidize parents? Do you think we should subsidize parents of children who are younger than 12? I don't know. I really think everybody should be quote unquote subsidized. Like, I don't think that anybody should have to fucking exchange their life clock for the right to live. So whether they have children or not, you know. Quit describing my life, Paul, except my family didn't go broke. My grandfather that married into the family moved my grandma to an interesting barn house that would be added onto over time. What? Okay, dude. Mindy and I definitely aren't rich. We make a decent living, able to travel. We don't stay in super fancy places, but the 7 years I've been married, I've been to Italy, Australia. Yeah. I mean, you got to, and like, look, dude, I'm in the same boat, but I'm so fucking frugal with my money because I've seen how it can go. You know what I mean? And so I live well below my means. Not that my means are fucking huge, but I live well below my means because of that. Because I feel like it's incumbent on me to treat this money like it's transient, which it is. You know, fucking Patreon could decide to yank the rug, and I know that we'd find another way, and that some of the fans would come back, but that would be a huge hit to my income. So I've prepped for that by not living in a way that's, you know, right at my income, you know, and so that's the trade-off for me. But I'm not rich, you know what I mean? I would say I make a decent living now, but I'm not rich. And, you know, I even if I was rich, I'd probably still live pretty close to the way I'm living now. Like, I just don't have that desire in me to have the big opulent shit. Like, I have a little house that sits on I don't know how many acres this is, probably like close to 2 acres. And that's it, you know what I mean? That's, you know, in the middle of nowhere. Rent on that is not exorbitant, you know. It's actually less than I was paying on the rent for the apartment that I lived in prior to this, if you can believe that. You know what I mean? So I actually, like, when I moved, overall it was a money saving move, which it's hard to believe, but my cousin spends money left and right and center, and I'm like that. Could keep you a comfy life for the rest of it. Why the hell would you roll that dice? Yeah. Not to give too much out, Mindy and I make about $100K between the two of us, but we still live like we did when we first got married. It was about 40 per year. Well, yeah. I mean, why not? That's the thing, dude, is if you've seen it come and go, you have a respect for it. And so it's good that you guys have found yourself in a position at this point where you're able to pull home that type of fucking money. And it's good that you're living frugally, because your children will thank you for that when it's time for them to go to college and shit. So you got all kinds of other considerations. People think, like, they look at that type of money and they think, oh, fuck, man, blah, blah, blah. But you have 2 kids. You know what I mean? There's college. There's all the fucking shit that comes with school. There's clothes because they're constantly growing out of them. There's fucking food for 4 people. There's pets, and I assume. You know what I mean? You get me? Like, that shit adds up, man. Real fast. Goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Is Bobby Schmurder out yet? Have they freed Bobby Schmurder yet? Can somebody please give me a yes or no in the chat? Because Bobby Schmurder needs to be released. I'm just letting you know. I don't know what made me think of that. He's still in the dog pound? Motherfucker. Can we free Bobby Schmurder, please? Bro, he killed people. It's fine. He's a good rapper, though, so their lives are forfeit. He paid he served his time, all right? He went to jail. How much to get that blue-looking wrench, my dude? You can't pay for it, unfortunately. That blue-looking wrench comes to them's what participate, my friend. I guess there is a price on it, but it's probably exorbitant. You don't want to try and pay for it. You have to be chosen, you know. You know what I mean? Spectre Hood chooses you. You don't choose it. And it's, you know, really it's no great honor to be made a wrench in this chat, because you have to put up with some stupid bullshit. The price is your soul. You guys hold on one second. Stay right there and look at the ceiling. I'll be right back. Shorty like the way that I floss out. That's what got my daddy locked up in the dog pound. Just caught a body about a week ago. Any thoughts on the new D&D expansion book? Not really. I'm not into, like, I don't really follow D&D. We did Dank Dungeons and Drunken Dragons is in Pathfinder. We use Pathfinder, not D&D, so I'm really not into it. You a hot chocolate guy? If so, marshmallows or no? I prefer no marshmallows. I don't turn down marshmallows on my hot chocolate, but I prefer no marshmallows on my hot chocolate because it makes the hot chocolate kind of hard to eat or hard to drink. You know what I mean? You gotta, well, I say eat because you kind of gotta fucking, you know what I mean? Nah, no marshmallows. Thank you. You can keep the marshmallows. I'll just take the hot chocolate, thank you. Now, if you have a little whipped cream that I can stir into the hot chocolate, go ahead and put that on there. But you can't. Marshmallows. I mean, come on. But yeah, I can enjoy a hot chocolate now and again. It's not something I really find myself craving all that much, but you're on mute. What? You ain't on mute. Men like salt, women like sugar. Oh, wait. Pranab's on mute. He's on a conference call. That's what he's saying. Put jet puffed in your hot chocolate. Nah, man. Nah, dude. Shorty like the way that I floss out. What's the most pretentious band? Imagine Dragons. It came right to my fucking head. I didn't even have to think about it twice. Imagine Dragons, bro. You saw how it came right out. Didn't even have to think. Just right there. Oh, the most pretentious band? Imagine Dragons. True facts, dude. 100% true facts. I actually like Coldplay. I think Coldplay gets a bad rap. I'm not saying that they're great, but they've got a few songs that are, dude. Arcade Fire is not pretentious. Arcade Fire is dope, dude. Their first fucking album, Neighborhoods, I think it's called. Oh my fucking god, that album is dope. Dope, 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 dope. Coldplay, not so much, but you know what? They're a little pretentious, but they got some good songs. The Deftones, get out of here, get out of here, shoo. Dave Matthews Band, I don't know, man. Dave Matthews Band's kind of had a jam back in the day, you know, or a couple of jams. Like Satellite was pretty dope. I remember back in the day. Dude, Green Day was whatever, man. People laughing at Green Day. Get out of here, man. You know who you're talking to? You know when I grew up, right? You know I'm going to defend Green Day. Dad rock. Is Green Day dad rock now? Fuck. Dude, Green Day, dude, just Dookie. Just Dookie alone, just that album alone, Green Day is awesome. I guess it would be dad rock because most people my age are dads by now, yeah? If you're going to be a dad, you're about a dad right about now or a few years ago. So yeah, it's definitely got to be dad rock. That makes me sick. Dad rock is supposed to be see, for me, dad rock was cool though, because dad rock in my age was like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles. You know what I mean? So like we didn't really shit on dad rock when I was a kid. Like there was like butt rock that we didn't like. That's a dinosaur rock. Yeah, well, that was dad rock when I was, you know, a young whippersnapper. Oh yeah, dude, I've already accepted, Cynic, that I'm like 80,000 years old in internet terms. It's fine. I like it. I'm damn near 80,000 years old just here in the real world. You know what I mean? Just here in reality, I feel like I'm about 80,000. You know who's not pretentious or cringe at all? Morgan of Apple Nasty fame. Yes. No, dude, Morgan is awesome. Morgan is straight up like, okay. So there's like 3 people that I've met in my life that I've considered to be super ultra talented people that like transcend, like that I've known in my life, right? Not just met. I've met a few really, really fucking talented people. But there are like 3 people that I've known in my life that I consider to be like ultra triple threat talent level people. And Morgan is one of them. Morgan's probably at the top of that heap. Morgan is pretty easily the most talented person I've ever known. An amazing actor, an amazing singer, an amazing poet and lyricist, multiple mastery musicianship. So he's like he can play the flute, he can play the mandolin, he can play the guitar, the bass guitar, the drums. The dude, he could pick up any instrument and learn it. You're basically describing TJ, yeah, minus the musical talent, I guess. TJ is another one of those dudes, though. He's another one of those people that I've met that I think just like radiates. It's like, okay, multiple talented guy, really, really great writing voice, really great speaking voice, really great performer. You know, I consider that to be triple threat type of shit. There are great performers that's all they can do, right? I consider myself to be kind of that. That's my home base. Like my writing voice is my performance is strong, right? So I'm a single talent. TJ, more of a triple threat, you know what I mean? Still chucking them dollars. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate them Norwegian kroners, my friend. I think that's what that is, right? Them kroners. You chucking them kroners at me? I appreciate it, brother. I'm genuinely surprised TJ can't play an instrument. He could be a legitimately good singer if he took lessons too. He's definitely got the basis to be a good singer. But yeah, he'd have to train his voice and shit. Not to fucking shit on it. My voice is all out of shape. But as a dude that at one point considered himself a really good singer, or a decent singer, I was training all the time. You know, like when I was a good singer, I was singing 5 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. I can still carry a tune, but my voice way out of shape, bro. Now, if I started singing every day for half an hour with the intent on, you know what I mean? I love that take you recorded. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It sounded gravelly and fucking hoarse to me. I'm a real fucking self-critic, though. You know that about me. Us working together a little bit. You've already probably learned. Dude, Marshall's another fucking ultra talented dude. Did singing 5 days a week make your voice kind of hurt? At first, when I started training my voice like that, yes, it did. But then you learn how to take care of your voice. No, Marshall's got a great ear. Like, rapper, singer, producer, triple threat. Another super talented fucking individual. Those are my three. Thought I'd save my house with that new job, but since they pulled the rug out from under me, I have till the end. Well, I'm sorry to hear that the rug got yanked. Takes my voice 2 days to recover. Well, it depends, man. I was singing a lot. You have to understand, when my voice was in the best shape of my life, I was in high school, and I had a really, really decent range. I sang in chamber choir. I sang bari tenor, but I was often asked to sit over in first tenor during songs. I had a really, really great range. Really, really great note recognition. Never learned to read music. I would just pick up my part from listening to it. Like, I would have to have the choir director sing my part for me or play it on the piano, and then I could just boom, 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 boom. So I learned songs that way, whereas a lot of the kids in chamber choir would read it from the sheet music. I just told the choir director, like, don't give me sheet music. Play my line on the piano for me once through, and I'll hit it. Harmonizing was one of my favorite things in the world to do. It felt so great being in a choir and hearing your voice make a chord. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Beautiful thing. And then on top of that, so I was in a competition chamber choir, and I was singing all the time for drama, because we did a big musical production every year, and I was always in it. So I was singing, and then I was in Apple Nasty. So my voice was being used for that all the time. Now I sing recreationally here, there, you know what I mean? So my voice is in real bad shape. It's not the smoking either. I was a smoker back then too. It's just, you know, blah, blah, blah. All the lens flare. Well, I'm about to move, so. The J.J. Abrams will be over in a moment. I'm about to maneuver myself over to another chair. No, I'm just going to move over to another spot so I can plug in. My phone's about to die. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm moving. Actually, I don't even really need to finish this. Let me start the process of moving. So I got to grab my shit and maneuver it over to a new spot. So let's see. I'd like to try. Yeah, I think I'll be able to sit a little bit in the sun. So let's do this. Put you guys down over here. Doot, 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 doot. Scooch this whole situation over here. Like that. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, there's that. And I gotta fix this. This is all tangled up. This is not gonna work for me. I need this slack, yo. Can't dedicate all this slack to knots. What are you talking about? Alright, one more knot. There we go. We're good. We got it. Boom. Plug it in. Plug you guys in. And we're good. Or should be, at least. I can't tell if that worked. Okay. I think, if I'm careful, whoa, I might have picked up a spot that's a little too sunny for me. All right. Maneuver over here. A little further. Kick the can. Over contrast, I know. Trying to find the spot. You know what I'm gonna do? Ooh, I got a good idea. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Let's see if this works. Shoot. Oh yeah. We Gucci. You can see my breath. Because I'm far enough away from that fire that it's actually cold again now. So I'm gonna have to get up, bounce back and forth to that fire. What sound system do you have? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's cold. So most fitness YouTubers are watched by fat people. Really? That makes sense. It's fat people that are trying to get fit, right? It's a wee tit nipply out here. Any tips on living in a car in the winter? Nope. I've never had to do that. Yeah, that's one thing I'm about to do. I'm on the cusp of getting myself a new car, which it'll be the first new car I've gotten since I was 27. But it's just time. I plan on doing a lot of road tripping this year, so I need a car. I actually have no car now. I sold my little car back in Louisiana. So that's done. And I actually have no vehicle at the moment, so I need to purchase and or lease a new car. A brand new car or a used car? Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking about leasing a car. Because here's what I want to do. I know I'm probably not going to stay here longer than a year. So when that year is up, I can take that car with me and trade it in when I get to the new place and not have to worry about car maintenance and shit. Like, I'm not looking for a big fancy car. I'll probably lease a really, like, economy. Like, I want fuel economy more than anything. If you're going to road trip. Yeah, I'm going to road trip, but I'm not going to be doing, like, long fucking 80-hour road trips and shit. Just, like, local road trips. Driving 45 minutes to this place. Driving 20 minutes to this place. Oh, lens flare. Whoa. Yeah, I want that high MPG. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. I'm looking at like Toyotas and shit. They've got a pretty decent lineup of cars. I don't have to worry about like room for other than me, Amelia, and sometimes Dinor in the back seat. So we don't do a lot of grocery shopping. We do Instacart for that shit for the pandemic, because fuck exposing yourself when you don't have to. When you lease a car, do they keep up the maintenance on it? That's part of it, yeah. Part of your lease is the maintenance. I think you actually have to take it in for maintenance, because with a lease, you end up turning that car back in and they sell it and or lease it again. You know what I mean? So I think there's certain like dates where you have to take it in. They give it a full maintenance, rotate the tires, all that shit. I've never actually seen your new woman, Amelia, not to be creepy. Well, she shows up in a couple of Highdeologies when she first came to live with me. But we had a talk not too long after that, and she decided that she is more interested in maintaining more of her anonymity. She doesn't have to be. Now, you guys hear her talk. She likes to participate when I'm sitting out here, and she's just chilling, and I'm cool with that. But I told her, you know, you really want to think hard about becoming a personality. You know what I mean? Like, and she thought about it and said, yeah, you know what? I really don't want that. And I was like, well, then, you know, don't. And so she doesn't. And so, you know, I don't go out of my way to hide her or anything, but she kind of like keeps her face off the camera, and she's not looking for that kind of like feedback on, and she really isn't interested in being a public figure. So bada bing. Why do you think it is you crave this attention? I don't know. I've got like a performance streak in me. I have a desire to conversate, and I have a desire to entertain in me that has to be fulfilled. It's not, you know, for me, it is like, obviously, if you strip away all that bullshit, it's attention seeking. But for me, it's productive attention seeking. It's how I make my money, you know. So there's that. There's a need in me to like remain somewhat connected to the people that watch me, and this is how one of the ways I do that. You know, because on the show, I usually don't read the comments that people leave on the show. I don't read a lot of the comments on anything, really. I kind of curate my experience, but here, you know, people can say what they want. You know, I might ban them for it, but they can say what they want. Freedom of speech is not freedom from consequence, you know. You like wallowing in the sympathy of moron situations. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I also like banning moron situations. It's one of my favorite things to do. I still don't understand how you can tell someone that you'll pay them well and they'll have full-time benefits like insurance, and then take it away after knowing how desperate they are, fitting for 2020. Of course. It's because that you're not a human being. You're a number. Any tips for fixing the splitting headache? No, not really. Sorry, take some aspirin or something. It's a flattering angle. I don't know what you want from me, bro. I had to take a little toot, so you guys had to get the non-flattering angle. I don't know what to tell you. Ugh. I mean, there's really no way for me to do a flattering angle out here. Oh, lens flare city. Holy shit. No, I can't even read. Hold up. Let me see if that helps at all. Probably not. A little bit. Paul, I'm legit wondering, have you heard of Stairs in the woods phenomenon, the worldwide one, in virtually all deep, untouched woods. If not, look it up. I have not, so I'll look it up. It sounds interesting. Michael Bay lens flare, dude. Dun dun dun. Let me do the sweeping hero shot, the Michael Bay hero shot. That's it. All right, let me get it behind me. There we go. That's not too bad. I can rotate this chair here in a second. Dun 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 dun. Is mask culture here for good? What's mask culture, bro? Go back at like all you mask people. Are you a mask person that thinks that like that masks are being imposed on us for social control or some shit? Just go and look at the fucking way people dressed during the 1918 and 19 Spanish flu epidemic here in the United States and worldwide. They wore masks, and most of them didn't bitch about it either. And the ones that did were ostracized and made fun of. Masks are very normal in other countries that give a fuck and have been. Yeah. I hope masks stick around. I like it. I mean, they probably will. What's up? I missed the last 20 minutes. I'm not going to catch you up, dog. Rewind and watch it. You didn't really miss much, though. I don't think the last 20 minutes has been all that heavy. It was mostly me moving my chair. Oh, Highdeology. I like being ugly in peace. Yeah, me too. That's what I prefer. I like being butt ugly in peace. That's why I was so pissed about not being able to go to Italy. If we had just masked up, I would have been able to go. I don't know, dude. I ain't traveling at all right now. To go to Italy, you'd have to ride on a fucking plane. I ain't going nowhere. But you know, once again, I take this whole like fucking pandemic shit ultra dodeca seriously. Like I've been really trying hard to limit my exposure to people. Because once again, like I explained this on a Highdeology a few nights ago, I'm not personally all that afraid of getting it. 98-2, you know, you know, I'll take that dice roll, but it's more that I don't want to get it and then spread it to somebody who dies. I don't want to be a vector of disease, you know. If you translate Japanese text, I'm not going to read that. It sounds off topic and stupid and it's long. There are so many people complaining about masks. It triggers me more than flat earthers. Yeah. People are selfish, though, Paul. Well, of course they are. But of course they are. I have a 5-month-old. I'm only worried about him getting it. Right. I say I don't have a 5-month-old and I don't live near my family and shit, but I still, you know, like you have to go in the store sometimes. You have to do this. And even masked up, I might transmit it if I have it to somebody else who takes it home to their grandma, and that her grandma spreads it to a big nursing home. And all of a sudden, like 10 families have lost their grandma or grandpa because I was stupid and careless. You know, I just don't want to be that. And there's a lot of people in this country who are that and don't even know it. They themselves got it, got the sniffles, didn't even go get tested. You know what I mean? It was fine. It was a very mild thing for them. And they went out and spread it to somebody who spread it to somebody who spread it to 20 somebodies who spread it to 40 somebodies. And like, you know, 100 people died and they were the start of that chain. Like there's hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of people in this country who have done that. And I don't want to be that. So I'm working real hard and I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I'm not that. You just got a PS5. Congrats on being scammed by Sony. You're gonna feel real dumb in fucking 6 months when they release one that doesn't look like some stupid gamer jet plane with wings on it and that's smaller and doesn't have overheating and fan issues and shit. You dumb fuck. You dumb fucks that buy console on release day. It's like the oldest scam in the book now, dude. Sony is gonna fucking take your money, and then you're gonna be sitting down the road a piece, going like, "Uh-oh, I should get another one because the one I have sucks because it overheats and it's shitty, and they got the new PS5 Slim." You dumb fucks. How easy is it, dude? How fucking easy is it to fucking just chill back and wait? It's not like those games are going somewhere. It's not like the games that are coming out for that PS5 are going to disappear or some shit. You can play them in a year on the PS5 Slim. Fucking stupid asses. Cynic, get the fuck out of here, bro. There are masks that are way more breathable than others. There are ways that you only have to wear the mask when you're within 6 feet of other people. So as long as you limit your exposure to other people within 6 feet of you, it's like, it's ridiculous, dude. Like when I met my landlord over here, right? They masked up, they came over, they gave me the keys and shit. We came back out here on the back patio. They sat 6 feet away or more, you know, because we've got a big patio. And we all took our masks down and talked for a minute about all the different shit in the house, and then they left. You know what I mean? I was in masks probably a grand total of like 5 minutes, that whole exchange. So get out of here with that bullshit, dude. Good morning, Mr. Zigo. Are you up early or going to bed late? I'm up very early. I went to bed early last night, and I woke up at like, I don't even know what time it was, to be honest. I didn't check the fucking clock, but it was still like the sun was still coming up. I'll put it that way. I'm wearing my mask right now. Me and my other colleague are at opposite ends of the office. Don't care. Masks are important. See? That's the way it works, dude. Stop being a stupid anti-masker. Yeah. Quit being dumb, Cynic. It's such a dumb tact to take. It's like, just put on a mask when you're around other people and quit bitching about it. Like, if you're somebody that has fucking breathing issues or fucking heart issues, you shouldn't be out and about anyway. But, you know, like, if you're not, then shut the fuck up. Put the mask on when you go out. Some people are refusing to get the vaccine. Of course they are, because they're stupid fucks. They're dumb fucks in this world that have been like convinced that in order to take some kind of control in their out of control lives, that they're going to be conspiracy theorists, that they see the hidden truth under things, and it's just fucking sad. There is no hidden truth under things, dude. All of the malfeasance and bullshit that's going on in the world is happening right here in your face. Very little of it is hidden, and most of that is just to make money. Like, that's the big conspiracy. There are people engaged in criminal, white-collar fucking money extraction schemes all over the world. There's your conspiracy. Oh, shit. That's cool. That was like one of those trucks. You guys ever seen one of those trucks that are on, they have train rails because they're like, for maintaining it? One just went by. It was like a Ford F-150, but on the train tracks. You guys ever seen one of those? That's pretty cool. It's rare to see those, but those are dope. One of those just pulled by. I was like, that must be a tiny little train. And then I looked. Dude, COVID has just revealed how unprepared Americans are for pandemics. As bad as COVID is, we're lucky it wasn't some sort of second. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like COVID itself. By the time COVID is done, there are probably going to be 1 million people or more in this country. And when I say done, COVID's not going to be done for a long time. It's going to be seasonal like the flu. But when the pandemic, the wild, uncontrolled spread of COVID is done, there are going to be well over 1 million people in this country dead. The kill rate of COVID is somewhere between 1% and 2%, which is not super high, but it's way higher than something like the seasonal flu. If we get something that has a kill rate of like 20% or 15% or something like that, which is totally fucking possible and probable, this country is going to fucking burn. And a lot of places on the fucking planet are going to burn. So, you know what I mean? Like, do you think humans evolved to have psychedelic experiences? I don't know. I don't know, dude. I've heard the stoned ape theory, and whatever. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm not going to Joe Rogan about stoned ape theory for fucking 20 minutes right now. I don't know. Nobody knows, really. Dude, I'm going to start banning people that ask me about DMT again. It's starting to happen again, dude. I used to have to ban people all the fucking time. You ever do DMT? But Paul's ego, wait a minute. I know you're talking about something completely different, but you ever tried DMT? Am I going to have to order 66 on DMT people now? Like, don't make me do it. DMT Death Grips? Death Grips DMT? Ever listen to the Death Grips DMT? DMT? You ever do DMT, Paul's ego? You ever had some DMT? Oy vey. Get out my face, bro. What do you think of H3H3, Paul's ego? Oh, fuck me, bro. Fuck me, man. I see dissident opinions are blocked or shamed into oblivion. Get out of here. Cynic, your dumb ass has been spewing fucking dumb shit in here for how many fucking years, and you're gonna act like you're being silenced? Ain't nobody fucking banning you, bro. Ain't nobody silencing you. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I'm shaming you. Quit being such a little sensitive fucking pussy, dude. Quit being a clit. Ain't nobody silencing you, Cynic. You're allowed to have your stupid fucking opinion up in here. All these fucking years on, and you're still fucking here. Just don't get it, dude. Just because people don't agree with your dumb fucking conspiracy theory shit doesn't mean you're being silenced or shamed or whatever. I promise I'm done talking about DMT, Paul, but I have a one-to-one with you about my experience. Sure. I mean, I'm down to try it maybe one of these days, depending, but part of me doesn't really want that, dude. I don't like them fucking lockdown type of trips. I like to feel like I'm in control of myself, you know, and it's like a personal thing. Like, I've tripped acid. I've taken high-dose acid. I've taken high-dose mushrooms. That's my psychedelic experience, you know, and I've had little trips and big long trips and big heavy trips, and like, I like that shit because at the end of the day, I'm still pretty there. Like, the idea of being locked out of my own body and taken on a trip where I'm just not even existent anymore and have no control over it and can't ground myself at all in reality, that doesn't appeal to me all that much. It really doesn't. So that's just the way it is. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Things will never be the same. Sometimes you have a trip, and sometimes the trip has you. Well, that's true. I conceptualize many theories because my stepfather put psychoactive substances in my body. I believed in stoned ape theory has grounds. Okay, dude. Whatever. Your stepfather put You banned Cynic. Whatever. He's just been around a long time. He's, you know, like a lot of... He's harmless. let's put it that way. He's an anti-masker, but he's definitely in an environment where his shit isn't taken seriously. And he's been around a long fucking time, and sometimes he doesn't talk stupid shit, so I keep him around. When I tell people smoking weed is like smoking a cig to me, some people don't get it. Do you get it? What? No, I don't. Is there a skitty scat in the bushes? I hear someone padding around through my bushes over here. I hear the crispy, crispy leaves. I'm wondering if it might be a kitty. There's a feral cat that lives out here. We've seen her a few times now. She's really pretty. She's itty bitty, but she looks like she's making it okay. She's gray, kind of brown gray. Might just be some birds too, honestly. There's a bunch of birds that live over there in that underbrush. You guys fed her at all? No. We're thinking about, like, we just haven't had a chance to look into it, but we're thinking about finding out how much it would cost us to take her in and get her fixed and get her ear notched and then re-release her out here, because really all I'm concerned about with her is that she's getting harassed by toms out here. It's really, really bad for a feral female cat in particular. Feral cats in general don't have great lives, but we'll probably start leaving some food and stuff out for her if we can find out, how to trap her. I know you can buy the humane traps and shit, and that's really, I think, what we're gonna try and do is trap her one day, take her into a vet, and get her fixed and get her ear notched so that other people will know that she's been fixed, and then re-release her out here. There's a fox that comes to the store that I work at for yummies. Yeah. Well, she's definitely she's probably been living on this land for quite some time. This house that I'm in now was unoccupied for quite a while, and so I know that Dinor walking the perimeter has probably changed up her perception of the place because she smells predator around. Honestly, really want a kitty. I wish I lived close. I've got a live trap and everything. Yeah. I know how to do it. Back when I lived in California, there was a really bad feral cat problem in my neighborhood at one point, and the local no-kill shelter was doing an initiative where they would do it for like $20 or some shit. And you could come to them and you could rent a trap, basically. You just sign it out and you didn't have to pay for it. And so we got a couple of traps. We put them in our backyard. We trapped, I think, 4 ferals and took them in to get fixed. And then that's how you return the traps, basically. You would return them with the ferals. The no-kill would fix them, notch their ears, and then take them out, kind of like out to the outskirts of town, to the wilderness, and release them. And so I'm trying to look and see if this local area has anything like that. And if it doesn't, I'll just have to take her to a vet. She's the only one that I've seen. And so if she's the only one living on the land, I really don't want her drawing toms over here. So I'll probably trap her and get her fixed up. And then I'll just let her out here when she's all healed up and shit. It's going to sound bad, but I really think feral cats should be exterminated. They're basically an invasive species. Well, what I'm talking about here, the initiative that I'm talking about, is a humane way of doing that. Think about what I'm talking about. Okay, so if there was an initiative in areas where feral cats have gotten out of control for people to set out humane traps, take those traps to a place where those cats would be fixed and then re-released, what are you doing? Well, when those cats die of natural causes or whatever out in the wilderness, they didn't make a bunch of kittens. So the feral cat population is decreased, you see? But you don't have to go out shooting cats in order to do it. You can allow cats, you know, because feral cats are going to be out there. And so you can allow them to live their lives without propagating the species. And then eventually there are less or fewer feral cats. Hey, Paul, would it be weird if I sent you a pic of my patch vest? I think you'd think it's cool. Yeah, do it. Send it. Send me a pic. I'll look at that. I'll give it a gander. A good thing about the upcoming global collapse is that the price of human meat will drop like a brick. The price of human meat, huh? Yeah. I don't get how meth can be a tool, but okay. Yeah, meth. Oh boy. I don't know any way to go but hard. That's true. I don't. There's only one way to go, and that's hard. Hard. Go hard or go home, dude. I'm dreaming of that blue wrench. Not a single Spectre has ever asked for Spectrehood. I'm just letting you know, Snorlax. You keep asking, that's just making your chances worse. Like I said, you are chosen. Spectrehood chooses you. You don't choose it. It's just the way it works, man. Paul, what are your thoughts on the farmer protest in India? So 250 million people are currently, or thereabouts, currently on a national strike in India. India has a profoundly dense population, and so 250,000 people is something like 13% of the workforce. But what can be learned from this is, number one, good for them. Number two, what can be learned from what's going on in India is that it is possible to organize 250 million people. 250 million people in America would be 90% of the population. I don't even think that that's the working population of America. So all the naysayers saying that it's impossible to get everybody on the same page, take a look at what's going on in India. 250 million people have decided to walk out and protest for their right to collectively bargain. So it can be done. It can be done. The question, I guess, is will it be done? Every third world should do a national strike. That would be interesting. Everybody loves the communism. Everybody loves the communism. You have a good vest, Selfie? You need one of those, dude. I want to check out your whole busker look, dude. I got to see the busker look. You got the new hair too yet or no? You got the green bangs popping yet or no? Every country should do. Well, yeah, that's very true, Jason. Very true. The workers of the world should take the power back. You gotta take the power back. Don't. Yeah. Don't. You gotta take the power back. Thoughts on TJ's beard? I told TJ, and he'll back this up if you ask him about it. I told TJ years ago because he would come to me And his beard would get like yay long, right? And he'd be like, Paul, dude, my beard itches. I have dandruff. What do? I'd say, you got to oil it. You got to do this. And he wouldn't do it. And he'd eventually get sick of it, and he'd shave it off, and he'd look like he'd go lesbian, full lesbian TJ, right? I told him years ago, I was like, dude, if you just stuck it out through the itchy phase and learned how to take care of your beard, you could have a fucking wizard's beard, dude. See, because I don't have that type of beard hair. You see the type of beard hair that I have here. It's super curly, puby, kinky, crispy kind of beard hair. Now, I take really good care of my beard, so it's soft, but it's very, it's curly. And my terminal length is probably goddamn, this lens flare. Probably something like here. Maybe a little more than it is now. Oh, shit. Right? TJ's got the potential to have a fucking probably belly button or longer beard. And I told him that years ago. I was like, if you just fucking let it go, bro. Just let it go. So, yeah, I like his beard. He's got a good beard, man. I like my beard too, though. I think TJ's growing his hair out again, too. You guys have to ask him about that, but I'm 99% sure he's getting the long hair again. So this is going to be a hippie-ass podcast here pretty soon, which I'm totally fucking happy about. We're going to look like ZZ Top. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. Dude, we're going to look like fucking ZZ Top in about a year. You just wait. Every girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man. You know that song is 100% correct. Well, yeah. No, it's true. That's the thing, is that's one of the things I gotta up my game on. I'll be dead serious with you. I like dressing like this, right? Which it's hard to show you guys, but it's very stonery. You guys know how I dress. It's a t-shirt, stonery jacket. I'm wearing sweatpants. Look at my house shoes. You see what I mean? Very comfy. This is how I keep myself most of the time. But I need to up my game just slightly when it comes to having a few nice things that I can throw on, I have a button-up shirt. I don't even own a pair of slacks anymore, so I got to get a pair of slacks or some shit. I got to be able to sharpen it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but just when I need to. I don't own a suit. No, I don't. I've never actually owned a suit. I really don't think. Maybe at one point in my life I owned a suit. I don't think I did, though. Same pair of jeans every day, homie. Paul needs to go through a full-on emo phase, yeah. Maybe I do. Maybe I will. See, a bolo tie would be hidden by my beard, though. The best part of a bolo tie is the big jewel on it. And think about it. A bolo tie would sit right here. So all people would see would be the strings dangling out of my beard. I can't rock the bolo. You know what I mean? You can't do that. I'd have to rock something else. You're a big fan of Kohl's? Yeah, I'm actually thinking, so our wedding plans are that we're going to wait for the vaccine and for things to chill out here, and then we're going to travel around and do some mini ceremonies for different parts of our family rather than bringing everybody together. And I'm actually thinking about buying a tux rather than just renting one. You know what I mean? Because I would have to rent 5 tuxes, and fuck that. That's annoying. Well, maybe not 5. We're thinking about doing like 3. Because Amelia's got family back east. I'm going to unplug here and go sit near the fire because I'm starting to get too cold. Can't hang. But I'll come back and plug in a minute. And I've let the fire burn down too far. Well, not too far. It's actually fine. It's still going. But I gotta heat this up. Let me stoke it. Yeah, there we go. You guys like my fire stoker, by the way? This is the designated fire stoking stick. I recommend you get one. She's got legs, and she knows how to use them. The ZZ Top podcast coming soon. Now we just need to get Scotty to let his beard go. Scotty keeps that close trimmed beard, and I don't know, man. It's a little sus. It's a little bit sus, I'm not gonna lie. I think Scotty needs to let his freak flag fly, dude. Needs to let that beard go. He's got the long hair already. He's ahead of the game already. All right, let's see what happens with that. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Look what I've done. Oh my God. Woo doggies. That's gonna be a warm one. Oh yeah. Yes, yes. A strong flame. I've burp gas. Wonder if it's the coffee. Guys, I have to excuse me. I've got burp gas. I've got to get rid of it. It's uncomfortable. That feels so much better. There might be one more in there, though. Yeah, there was. All right. Sorry about that. I know that's gross. I had to burp the baby, though. I was starting to feel fussy. I think it probably was the coffee. The coffee left me a little burpy. We appreciate the gross. Hey, you guys got to see it on phone streams. There's really nothing I can do. I guess I could have like sat you down and went and burped over there, but I mean, come on. Oh yeah, dude, it's sizzling now. Oh, that's so nice. Burping is pretty fun. What's your longest burp? I'm really not a long burper, but I've had some, man. Some like real rumblers that like, and you're like, whoa. But I can kind of like burp on command too. I can do like the little, I hate doing it though because it feels kind of gross. But I can do like the suck a little air in, blow a little air out. I'll do it a little bit, but I don't want to throw up. So just like, listen, I can do the like, I'll do the alphabet. That's all I'm going to do. A, B, C, D, E. That's all you get. I'm not going to do the whole fucking alphabet. Paul looks like He-Man's little helper. What was his name? Something Dorbo or Corbo or Vorbo or some shit. I don't want to throw up. Yeah, it kind of makes me feel like I got to throw up when I do it, so I don't do it all that often. Snarf. Orco. Yeah, there you go. Orco. Orco, dude. Oh, look at this. Got some ashy hands. Get out of here, ashy hands. You totally ripped that off from Billy Madison. Well, yeah, I learned how to do it from Billy Madison because he would burped the alphabet. You know what I mean? So yeah, I learned that whole shtick from Billy Madison. I don't deny it. I shall not deny. I can burp on command. If I swallow like 10 or 15 gulps of air. Yeah, I could do that too. I could just keep swallowing air, but like I said, it makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up, so I don't do it. Oh, dude, I'm gonna toast my buns for a minute. Oh, yeah. Toast them buns, yo. Forever young, I want to be forever young. I wish I knew the lyrics to that song. That's such a pretty song. We paid the price, but they paid the bill. Something, 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 and I love you still. We came a long way down the hill. Forever young, it feels so good to toast my buns. I thought that was a really delightful inclusion in the soundtrack of Napoleon Dynamite. Your name means forever young? Cool. Neat. I like that. I like that, Holmes. I like that. Oof. Booty is nice and warm now. Jay-Z does a sick sample of that song. He does, doesn't he? That's true. What the fuck? I was thinking about Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, well, that song's in it. That song is like the song that's playing when he first shows up at the prom. And he's all alone because he's a piece of shit. Man up and give me a price. 10 million Norwegian kroners. 10 million. Wrench. Wrench. Like that. That's it, though. You ask for a price. So like $1, yeah. So like $1, basically. Whew. Yeah, okay, my buns are nice and toasty now. Now I'm gonna pack a bowl. Ooh, oh, look at this. This is kind of cool. You guys want to check some cool shit out? Look at that. See how the sap is all bubbling out of that log there? Got a little sizzle sap going on. Oh, yeah. Sizzle sap. Sizzle sap, yeah. Good stuff. Take a sap hit. No. No, thank you. How about a fart instead? No. Nope. cannot be purchased with a fart. Cannot be purchased with a dart. It shall not be purchased with a flame. It cannot be purchased with a name. 10 million Norwegian kroners. That is the cost. And it must be paid in kroners, too. Can't be paid in the dollar equivalent. Would you like some Gamer Girl bath water? Hi, guys. It's me, Belle Delphine. Would you like to own my bath water? If 50 kroners is $5, then 1 million kroners is $1,000. No. I think it's like a million. I think 10 million Norwegian kroners would be about a million USD. I think that's how it works out. A million USDs. Would you like some of my bath water? Hello, it's me, Belle Delphine. Man, I'm glad I didn't grow up in the age of the simp, you know what I mean? The simp age must be a tough age to grow up in. Back in my day, we just looked at porn. And if we simped for chicks that we actually knew and maybe even had like a sliver of a chance with, you know what I mean? Ooh, it is crackling and a popping, yo. Woo. Pippy pop. What do you mean? Like the whole like worshiping online e-celeb girls and sending them money to get noticed and shit. Like we didn't have to do that shit. People still look at porn, yeah, but they pay people. They like go to OnlyFans and stuff and pay somebody directly for porn. Like we didn't pay for no porn. You kidding me? That's what I'm talking about, the simp age. It's like, oh, I'm gonna pay you fucking $20 a month to see one shot of your nipple every week. Oh my fucking God, bro. Yeah, I've never paid for porn either. Not once in my entire life. Well, maybe I bought like a Playboy or something once back when I was like 18 or 19. But like as far as like going directly to a chick and being like, I'll pay you $20 a month to see you take your shirt off. I've never done that. That's what I mean about the simp age. Damn, Paul, this chick I was in a relationship, an on and off relationship up until a few months back, got the vid, man. How you comfort somebody about that stuff over the phone. Dog, I don't know why you're comforting your ex anyway. That's the question you should be asking. Why do I feel like it's my job to comfort my ex? Oh, you're trying to get her back? Yeah. On and off. Well, if it's on and off, that means it's volatile. That's funky. On and off is no bueno, dude. That means you guys fought a lot, broke up, got back together. That's on and off. Like, I know a lot of people who are on and off, and they're not usually in very stable, happy relationships, brah. Woo! Snap, crackle, pop. Probably shouldn't have my hair this close to this fire when it's snap, crackling, and popping. If you guys see my hair light up, let me know. Yeah, dude, breaking up is one of those things that, like, once you've done it once, you should really, like, really consider very, very hard ever getting back together, because dude, I would be dead, dude. My whole head would just I'd have 3rd-degree burns. I'd come back. Never mind. I'm not gonna make fun of people that have horrible burns. I'm not gonna go down that road. I have my standards. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Forever young, I want to be forever young. I'm gonna have to get some Claritin or something, I think. These sniffles are starting to get real annoying. And they've been a daily occurrence. And I know exactly what it is. Maybe I need to get like a humidifier. Do you guys know anything about humidifiers? I think it's just like the change of climate that's making me all sniffly. That and like probably like the new pollen and dust and mold types that are here, kicking my allergies into overdrive. Why, hello there, honey. How are you? Doing a little stream out here, just so you know. Yeah. Yep. Just so you're not.
I'm gonna put all 3 of my titties away.
Yeah, put them all away. What did you drink?
Oh, I had a ring pop last night.
Put a ring around your finger, ring pop.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it, baby. It's a lollipop without a stick, a ring of flavor you can lick. Jesus burnt off my long hair so the cross fell upside down. What? Is that like some fucking metal lyric or something? Just walk outside in the morning glory. I want a house like that. Yeah. D's loving it too. Look, he's taking a little piss. Time to take a little pee. My name is Dinor. Look at me taking a little pee. Creeped on. Just creeping on Dinor out here. Just having myself a little pee out here is what I'm doing. Is your house heated with propane? Yeah. The tank is not hard to get to. It's in a perfect spot. It's easy peasy. There's a big opening on our gate that you guys can hear the cars go by and shit. So there's a little gate opening down by the road, and the truck pulls right up in here and fills it. They did it. When did they do it? Like a few days ago? Like a week ago? Yeah.
Oh, there's one thing I want to ask.
That. It's a little private conversation. No, we set up trash service. It's not really all that private, but we set up trash service, and I guess we put our cans out yesterday, and they didn't get picked up. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but So I guess she's rolling them out because it sounds like there might be a trash pickup going on. We hear the beep, beep, beep that sounds like a trash truck, so I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Just shit we got to learn about living out here. Sometimes they don't take them if they're not placed just right. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, but they dropped them off down here at the end of the driveway, and that's where we put them. And the lady that we set it up with said, you know, they're going to drop off your cans right where you need to put them for pickup, and we put them right where they were dropped. So it's like, maybe you're right, though. Maybe there's some other place we're supposed to be putting them. They can be prickly about it, I know that, so it's just one of them things. We'll figure it out. Tyrannical waste workers. Paul, they were trying to unionize. You better knock Solidarity off in the chat. They'll rise up. Oh, hell no, dude. No. I'll union bust this chat, dude. You guys will not be unionizing, trust me. I will unionize this chat. Oh, there's a little bit of coffee in there too, babe. Like there's a whole cup. So you can, yeah, I was just saying, you can coffee it up.
Be one of those companies like, we'll do the holiday schedule 2 weeks in a row because Thanksgiving was on Thursday.
Well, I think they picked up other people's trash.
Yeah.
That dude right across that I can see his trash cans when he puts them out, I think he rolled them back in. So maybe, I don't know. You can call him though, like I said. If you want. You don't have to do it now. Just later on today, call him. Ask him like, what the dilly? What's your problem? Paul's gonna send the mob in if we try and unionize. No, like you guys are if you're unionizing, you guys are the ones that are probably gonna be working with the mob. I'll send the Pinkertons. See, I'll send the hired company thugs after you. You guys are the ones that need to be like thinking about, I don't know why I'm helping you out, but if you're gonna unionize, you're the ones that need to think about maybe getting some mob connections, getting a little mob protection. Because, yeah. Plug you guys back in again. My phone's on life support out here. That'll do, that'll do. If you need muscle, I'm your man. We'll take it up with La Familia. See. That's really your only choice. I've got to bounce, but everyone have a good day night. Yeah. Roses are red. Oh, my favorite pie is key lime. I take dumps on company time. Yeah. That's right. I almost wanted to kick you for just continuing your... Oh, my God, dude. Poor... You're still... Yeah, dude. Cynic is annoying, but he's our annoying. You know what I mean? He's been around too long to really ban. Like, I think he's been banned a couple of times, but he always comes... I always bring him back because he's been around for too fucking long. He's old school. He's our annoying little shithead. No. I actually like Cynic most of the time. It's just when he goes down his fucking conspiracy rabbit hole that he gets annoying. He's risen from the grave more times than anyone I've seen. Yeah. He's been he's like fucking Lazarus, man. He just keeps coming back. He's been around way too long for a full ban, you're right, but meh, at least he isn't super hetero. Yeah. Sure. He could be worse. He's a POC too, so there's that. He's got that going for him. He's not your typical waspy cis white het male, you know. The worst thing in the world you can be. The most horrible thing in the world. Damn, when Paul's got to rein in your conspiracies, you know it's pretty bad. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm already a pretty crazy paranoiac myself, so. I'm white up top, black down below. Oh, yeah? Nah, dude. Like, a Spectre takes their job as seriously as a Spectre wants to take their job. That's part of being a Spectre, is that each has their own fucking way of enforcing the peace. Let me see if I can kick this shit back. Can I do it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, ooh. Now I can cross my leg and it's all comfy. Yeah. This feels warmer somehow. I'm more of a ball. When is the reading of Ishmael happening? I don't know. I'll probably do it at some point. I don't really think it would take more than 1 or 2 Highdeologies to blast through it. Especially if we're going chapter by chapter and just doing a little discussion. We could probably do it in like 2 or 3 Highdeologies. Oh, D. Why are you scooting on the... Come here. Come here. Come here. Let me see your butt. Oh, my God. Okay. I didn't mean all the way up, but that actually helps. Let me see your butt. Oh, you scoot your butt. Because now you got leaves all over your butt. You're supposed to scoot on the concrete. You got a cockabur in your fur. And I got to pull it. I'm sorry. I got to get it out because it's going to get worse. That's what I'm talking about, country dog. You got a cockabur in your fur. Look at him. Look at this little... Oh, wait. This little turd. There. I got the cockabur one. Let me see this tail. All right. Let me see your butt. Let me see your butt. Can I see your butt? Oh, D. How old is he now? He will be 5 in January. So he's coming up on 5 years old. He's going to be a big old man now. He's in his prime. Yeah, he's hitting his stride, man. He's really like come into his own out here in the country. He's started to do these things that we've never really seen him do before. Like, he has a little bit of Mauser in him. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn you guys off real quick. Trash drama handled. Everything's fine. What was it? What was broken?
The tablet.
Oh.
The addresses.
Yeah. So I guess our trash guy has a new tablet system that they just started with, and his was broken, so he just did his old route from memory, and our house was not on his route for a lot of time, so he just didn't pick them up, but they're coming today, apparently. They're bad, and they're going to make it right. That's how it works out here in the mountains.
Yep.
Mountain folk take their jobs very seriously. And if something is not right, they come out and they fix it. Steiner looking for mice. Yeah. He's starting to do this thing where we've got like these little holes. They're probably gopher holes and shit. And he'll get one. He'll find one. And he starts like diving his nose down into it. Like, poof. Getting all in there. Like his little instincts are coming into play. He's probably cold though. You want to let him in? I'm sorry, babe. Just like he probably freezing. He don't have no jacket on. So cold. You want to go inside? What's the time over here? I ain't telling you. It is redacted o'clock a.m. That's what I'll tell you. My Doge eats rabbit poo when we go out. Ew. Well, maybe that's what he's doing out there, some of it, too. Maybe he's eating some poop. Maybe he's eating him some poops. I took a leftover turkey and braised it in the leftover gravy. You braised it? Oh, shit. My dog keeps trying to eat guinea pig pellets when she's hungry. Mmm. Guinea pig pellets. Tasty. Fancy ass turkey sandwich for lunch. I love it. Yeah, dude. I'm done with it though. I'm done with the Thanksgiving leftovers, man. I couldn't hang anymore. I'm done with Thanksgiving. I'm glad it happened. It's past me. No more Thanksgivings. No more mashed potatoes for a while. No more gravy for a while. No more turkey for until next year. No more cranberry sauce. No more stuffing. No more broccoli rice casserole. No more pie. I'm done. I'm done with all of it right now. I don't want none of it. Someone mentioned Pumpkinhead. My high school English teacher was in Pumpkinhead. Oh, yeah? Who did he play in Pumpkinhead? Because if true, big. You know what I mean? Big if true. Don't worry about it. I was just wondering. It's like, she gets some Kool-Aid or something? Put a ring around your finger, ring pop. Lollipop without a stick, ring of flavor you can't lick. Juicy jewel of flavor that it is. Will you wear my ring? Ring pop. I'm making some burgers this weekend. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what. I really want to try grilling on this fucking thing at some point, maybe. But I don't know. I want to get a little Weber grill. I think that'd be nice. If I get a little Weber grill and a shovel, I could use the hot coals from my fire pit to grill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I could do some wood-fired burgers and stuff on a Weber. That'd be pretty dope, actually. Did you propose, or did y'all just decide it was in your best interest to get married? I proposed, man. Oh, hell yeah, I proposed. I hired a giant fleet of airplanes to fly by, all dragging banners perfectly, so it made a picture of her and me together in a heart. And then I said, whoa, look at that. And she looked up, and then right as she looked up, her favorite band, DeAntwoord, showed up and was like, oi, we heard that somebody's getting fucking married up in here. And they played like a whole fucking set. Yolandi was like, yeah, motherfucker, you getting married up in here. They did a whole fucking, they wrote a whole song, right? And then when that was over, she was dizzy from the fucking romance of it all. And right as that happened, I shit you not, this is the crazy part, a helicopter lands, right? And I'm like, baby, get on. And she gets on, takes us to the airport, and there's a pinstriped private jet waiting to take her to fucking Jamaica. And we went to Jamaica for like 6 weeks and just partied and just had the best fucking time. And then I proposed at the end of that Jamaica trip, and it was fucking perfect. The most expensive, ostentatious proposal ever, dude. That's the canon proposal right there. I heard someone getting fucking married up in here. Yeah! Someone's getting fucking married up in here. Wow. this isn't exactly how I'm proposed to, then I'm leaving them. I mean, hey, you gotta put in at least some effort. You know what I mean? You gotta do something. You're getting fucking married, bro. You're such a hypocrite. You always kept saying marriage ain't for you. Well, that's because I hadn't met Amelia yet. She came along and she, like, taught me how to be calm and appreciate nature and everything. And I was like, if I don't marry this chick, I'm fucking stupid. You know, and like I've told you guys, there's a lot of pragmatism to it too. It's like, I don't want to be denied, you know, if she gets sick or something or vice versa. And I don't want her to have any problems getting into my hospital room and making fucking medical decisions for me if I can't, or vice versa. And, you know, the tax benefits of being married, they're obvious. You know what I mean? Just all of it. Just like not having to have separate lives in every single way that we, you know, we can maintain some separateness. But, you know, being on each other's accounts and, like, you know, being able to fucking make phone calls for each other, being able to make phone calls for the house and not worrying about whether I'm on the lease or not on the lease or not, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're just in it together now.
Trash.
Like the trash, for example. You know? Getting fucking married. We're getting fucking married, bro. I'm still salty AF. Well, yeah, but you guys don't understand. Like, what you see on the show is like 1% of my life. You know what I mean? It's called performance. What's the age diff? I think it's like 40 years between the two of us, honey. Something like that, right? 50? Something like that. We don't really pay attention. You gonna have a juggalo wedding? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna, I don't know how we're gonna get the Fago out of your dress, but we're gonna have a juggalo wedding. I've decided, honey. I'm sorry I didn't run it by you first, but we're gonna have a juggalo minister marry us, and he's gonna be like, "Do you take this man? If you do, say whoop whoop," and then you've got to go whoop whoop, and then like your bridesmaid, like your maid of honor, will dump Fago on you, and then he'll look at me and he'll say, "Do you take this woman?" Say whoop whoop, and I'll go whoop whoop, and then my best man will dump moon mist Fago on my head, and then everybody in the audience when he announces, "I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Zigo," they pop their Fago and shake it up, and they spray it everywhere, and I'll go whoop whoop. A Zoomer and an X are getting married. Something like that, yeah. Building bridges. Building generational bridges. Born with a hatchet and a juggalo face, but I can't juggle. Yeah. Oh, dead carnies. I don't remember which one this is, dude. Which song is this? You're putting lyrics in. I don't remember which one it is. Don't do lyrics. That's always a bad thing. Don't put lyrics in my chat. New rule. If it wasn't already an old rule, I think it is actually an old rule. I just haven't had to do it. But don't put lyrics in my fucking chat, bro. I don't want to be like looking down to read a comment and be reading lyrics to some fucking song, bro. Don't do it.
Even if you're actively singing, because some people are delayed. So.
Yeah, even if I'm saying, dude, I put lyrics in the chat, okay? I sing. My specters can put lyrics in the chat if they want to, but the rest of you fucking plebeians, all you white names, all you no fucking profile pic motherfuckers, you better not put any lyrics in my chat. I don't want to read your fucking songs, dude. I don't want to see no songs from none of you white names. You feel me? Blue names only. And even then, keep it to a minimum, specters. I'm a patron, not a pleb. Here you're a pleb if you don't got a wrench. That's just the way it works. Your specterhood or your patronhood confers upon you no extra fucking benefits here, except for when you get these that, you know what I mean, that are just for you. On the patron-only Highdeologies, well, yeah, you get extra benefits and shit, obviously. But on your average fucking Highdeology, if you're a white name, You're part of the fucking, you're G-pop. You're not really going to be able to crash my wedding because we're going to do very small, like, intimate little wedding things in about 3 different places. So it's really going to be hard for you to crash my wedding. We're not going to be, like, announcing it or live streaming it to people or whatever. It's just going to be, like, the people that know us who are visiting will get a little... It's more going to be like a reception, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think we're going to go through a whole ceremony. We're just going to dress up and get a cake or whatever and do a little wedding reception with 3 different groups of family. Can I send you a wedding gift? No. I appreciate it, though. In lieu of a wedding gift, donate to the charity of your choice after you've vetted it. You know, like, don't give money to some piece of shit charity, but vet a charity and give some money. There you go. Honeymoon on the moon? Ooh. Don't give me ideas. Church wedding? Nah. Excuse me. Still a little gassy. What kind of adornments do you want in your beard, Paul? Sea stuff, desert stuff, mountain stuff, or forest stuff? I don't know, man. Fuck. You like mountainy forest stuff, you know? Probably. For now, because that's where I'm living. Mountainy forest. So yeah. Put an action figure of your DFF self in the Powerball on your wedding cake. Forest beard. Yeah, forest stuff for sure. Wildflowers and like vines, leaves from the trees, mosses. Yes. Various barks. All right, I shall make sure to donate the wedding gift money to the Money for Young Dictators Fund. Sounds good. Sounds good. Having a stroke. What, my eye thing? Jugga, 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 jugga low. Hello, D. Hello. Oh, he's fussing. He wants, well, maybe we should put a jacket on him then.
Yeah.
Let's get you a little jacket, D. And then you can be out here, and that'll be that. How did I manage to land Amelia? Dude, I don't know. I just lucked out. I got lucky, lucky, lucky. I'm a lucky ducky. Oh, you gotta put on your little sweater. It's gonna be nice.
Take it off.
Man, I need to get more ruthless with muting and banning. You do whatever you want, dude. You're the Spectre. You the Spectre, man. All right, I'm gonna unplug you and get next to that fire again. Because it's too cold. It's too cold in the shade. I gotta stoke it again. It's still gotta, oh man, yeah, dude. This is not gonna need much stoking. Stoke, stoke. Oh, look at that. That is, oh man, I gotta show you guys this shit. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's hot lava down there. Beautiful. Thank you, stoking stick. Thank you, stoking stick. Here's my wood pile. Here's where we pile the extra wood that we pulled off the land. We've got some cord style wood here. Wood. Wood. Get a little bit of this kindling. Kick this off a little harder. Wood, wood. Get some of this tree bark. Throw that up in there too. Oh shit, yeah, there we go. Whoop, there it is. Holy shit. Oh, oh, whoa. I sat on the stoking stick. I sat upon the stoking stick. Looks like post oak. That's good for smoking food, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Smoke follows beauty, it's true. Pardonnez-moi. You're so cute in your little hoodie. That's way better. Tell everybody how way better that is. D. Say hi. Oh,
Sorry.
oh, that's all good, baby. Don't worry about it. Here, I'll get it. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. That's why you don't buy the $5 pipe. That's why you get the $20 pipe.
But not the 100.
But not the 100. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Too fucking true. Yeah, dude, Dinor don't give a fuck. Look at him. He's out here like, who's out here? Who's on my land? Your dog's too fat to wear clothes? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Dinor's in really good shape.
This one's almost too big on him.
Yeah, this hoodie that we got is probably like a size too big on him. I think we're probably going to have to cut the sleeves off of it. Or maybe just not use it as much. But he's tough to size for. He's a weird sized dog. He's like not a mid-sized dog and he's not a small dog. He's like in between sizes, basically. Man, this runny nose is fucking killing me, bro. Sorry, y'all. You're just gonna have to put up with that, though, because it's killing me. Drip, drip, drip. Do I have boogers? Oh, God, dude, I did. Oh, so gross. Oh, man, you guys just saw mustache boogers. Oh, my God. Snot cam. Oh, mustache boogers. Oh, man. That's no good. Whatever. You get the rawness here. You get the rawness here. I'm not covering up any of life's little disgusting fucking truths. That grossed me out, though. I'm grossed out. I'm like, ugh. Empty a snot rocket on camera. Dude, I don't want to do that because it'll just end up in my beard. Like, look at the way those nostrils point. Nah. If I did, you know, I could blow one like this, but nah, man, I don't want to go that far with you guys. That would have been in my mouth if I didn't have a mustache. Thank goodness for my mustache. Oh, that feels better. I just need to get some, like, tissues, I think, to have around. Like, I'm usually not a nose-blowing type, but since we've been down here in this drier climate,
Yeah, I'll get that humidifier set up today.
we can just try it out and see if it helps us at night. Because, yeah, going from, like, one of the most humid places in America to a drier climate, I mean, it's not fucking bone dry here, but it's way drier than we're used to. We're used to, like, 70+% humidity year-round. And
Used to Washington and
right.
Said,
So we're in some dry stuff now.
Never lived this far from a body of water.
True. All right, I'm gonna warm my buns a little more and then I have to plug back in. Oof. Time to warm these buns. I'm always wanting to get too close. All right, I'm fine. Dinor, look at he's back over there in that mouse hole. Dinor, come here. Are you eating out of that? What's buried over there? What did you find? You wizened old man, you. The wizened old man that is Dinor. Oh, well, let me grab a smoke real quick. Oof. Gross. You got like dirt in your beard. That's disgusting, Dinor. That's gross. Ew. Dirt beard. Dirty beard Dinor. Dirty beard Dinor. Do you like the independent news channel Unicorn Riot? Nope, never heard of them. Oh yeah, somebody said which state will legalize weed first, Ohio or Utah? I would say Ohio. Utah's pretty fucking Mormon, yo. The Mormons have a lot of sway in Utah, and they don't tend to like drugs or alcohol of any kind. Like in Utah and a lot of places, maybe the state over, you have to buy alcohol from government-run stores. They don't allow private businesses to serve or sell alcohol. You have to go to like these government-run stores that have very limited hours to buy your booze. You want to brush and braid my hair? No. I would let like Amelia do it, but she doesn't know how to do braids. And probably like if I visited my nieces, the last time I saw them, they wanted to braid my hair, but there wasn't time. So I'd probably let them do it if they wanted. But you cannot braid my... Oh, shit. Fuck. There's a hawk. He just came after them birds. Wow. Dude, nature just happened right here.
Oh, I saw a woodpecker land on this post the other day, too.
Oh yeah? Dope. Nature just happened, man. A fucking big-ass hawk just swooped. I don't think he got anything. There's a bunch of little birds that live in the underbrush right here, and they were flying around, and this hawk came swooping down. Dude, that was crazy. I know how to braid hair really well. Would you ever let me if the chance arose? Yeah, if you could do some crazy fucking, like, Viking braids and shit in my hair, I'd definitely fucking be down. I want to try some shit, but I can't braid my own hair for sure. I used to be able to braid hair when I was a kid. My mom taught me how to do like a basic braid in my sister's hair, and so I know I could get that. I could do that when I was a kid, but I can't do it on myself. Both ends over the middle. That's all you have to do a decent braid. Separate everything into 3 fucking strands, both ends over the middle. Left, right. And then left, right. And then right, left. Yeah. I don't know. If I sat down in front of Amelia's hair, I could braid it up for sure. Be easy peasy. Because not all my hair is the same length. Yeah, me too. Like, I got that problem too, because I grew this out from shaved. And so the hair that's up here in front is actually shorter than the hair that's back here, obviously. It's a mess. I have to fucking... At some point, I'll have to have somebody trim my hair all to the same length so it's growing out. you have to make Dynor wear some kind of anti-raptor defense system. He is an anti-raptor defense system. Look at him. Think any raptors are gonna fuck with me while I got this on my property?
You chased that feral cat out hard.
Yeah, he did. Dude, Dynor don't put up with shit. Yeah, he's looking over there where that hawk landed like, motherfucker, you better not come this close to my property again. See? He's on the prowl right now. He's so cute. Dynor is the bunny from Monty Python, yeah. YouTube is how I learned to braid my hair. I mean, yeah, I'm sure people can do it to them. I just don't know. I don't want to go through all the fucking hassle of it. It's really not, like, I can put my hair in a bun. I can put my hair in a ponytail. I can do that myself. It's really all I need to know how to do. My technique probably needs a little work, quite honestly, but other than that, I'm pretty good at it. Like my bun technique, I really prefer to have my hair up in a fucking bun because it keeps it up off my neck and shit. Because a ponytail just, I have long hair. It just drapes over my neck even more that way. So like a bun is really where it's at for me. And my method is kind of weird and shitty, but it works for me. Biggest miscarriage of justice, Dynor losing a Florida man in the top 10. Yeah. That was bullshit, man. I remember I flipped my lid. Top 10 everything ever, and Dynor gets eliminated in favor of Florida man. I was like, really? Oh my God, dude, I lost my fucking ever-loving mind. That's just bullshit. Dynor should have been #1 on that motherfucking list with a bullet. Well, yeah, I just do like a top ponytail and then pull, you know, like I don't do like a real actual bun, but it's like a top ponytail that's angled towards the very back of my head, and then I just wrap it up back here and keeps all the hair like right here towards the back top of my head. I'm gonna do that when I fucking finish this up. I'm gonna go inside, take my fucking morning shower, and that hair's going up in a bun for the day. You ever listen to Grandson? I don't know. No, I haven't listened to Grandson. Leftist punk. Cool. You the type of man after every ethnicity in Google Images, only criminals appear. Really? That's kind of disconcerting. Thought all punk was leftist. You're wrong about that. Nazi punks, fuck off. Nazi punks, Nazi punks, Nazi punks, fuck off. There was like a big right-wing fucking punk movement. Don't tell me what I should do, Les Claypool. You should check him out. I think you'd like his music considering anti-capital. Okay, well, I'll check it out. I'm not really, you know, like I said, dude, don't expect me to take a whole lot of, like, recommendations here for me. They just don't work, bro. I'm not going to remember. Like, if you have a recommendation for me, hit me up on Twitter. My DMs are open. You can throw me a fucking recommendation. I look at those periodically, and, you know what I mean? I'll listen to some shit maybe. But here, I'm just not going to fucking... I'm not going to remember it. Well, I think that's been a fucking Highdeology. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.